Hello? Oh, wait, I'm plugged into the wrong thing. Hello? I see us. We're live. And I'm not listening. And now I can hear us. Now the real question is, did this go into the same VOD? I don't think it did, which is unfortunate. But because of that, we're just gonna start. There's no intro song today. It's pretty much we just restarted. We're gonna start the first trial. They did go into a separate VOD. That's unfortunate. We didn't miss anything though, which is fortunate. So we can just continue going on. We're gonna try and get through the first trial today. And now we've kind of lost the flow. We're no longer talking. We no longer went from starting the stream while talking about Usewa, and now we're starting the stream while talking about how OBS decided it wanted to freeze, and I had to restart my computer.
I hope that doesn't happen during the trial.
You know it's gonna. If there was ever a time for it, it would happen right during the middle of the trial. Want to get started? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Should I?
Yeah. Yeah, we're all good. We're going.
Alright, so... Well, all I need to do is set the skill, really.
Yeah, it might actually. I think it was still set. Oh, no, it's not. It didn't save. Melodious voice.
Alright.
The lag, I think, is just the game. I think, honestly, I think it's just gonna sound the Swedish, I'll be honest.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
No.
So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment.
Yeah, I'm just
But
gonna
if you pick the wrong one,
various audio things to see.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Oh.
Oops.
Why do you choose to balance it so precariously?
What's going on
Because
with
where else am I gonna put it?
those
The
pictures?
chair?
No, that's no fun. I gotta live life on the edge, literally.
Alright.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Gee, how touching.
Friendship penetrates?
It do.
But what about that other empty seat?
Please don't knock out my audio.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so
Nice.
why are there
Okay.
16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay.
Technically.
That about does it for the
Technically.
preamble. Get ready to get
sounds better.
started.
Why would there be another seat?
First up is the case
Because it's
summary.
an even number. That's
Now,
right.
let the
Well, they all
class
face each other,
trial
right? So if there's an odd number
begin.
of people, one person would have to look at two people or nobody. And that's just unfair, right? I mean, we still have it anyway because there are only 15 of us.
It's about to begin! The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything.
Oh, wait, and I need to get my glasses on too.
Oh,
I got my. Yep,
it's
we got
time to get serious. Let me scoot up a little.
Oh, bitrate, why have you done this to us?
Oh,
It's bad.
Java update. I'm good.
Yeah. Did that unmute?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to be too loud. Ah! So if I do that, so my loud voices aren't going to spike the mic. Cool. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna. Oh, I maybe
Oh, boy.
I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna put on a little bit of background noise suppression. And then the screen cut out. Nice.
Yeah, this chair is really squeaky. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please.
Oh, ha! Sorry, everybody. I just realized what the problem was and why the stream crashed. Rookie mistake.
What happened?
I had the power settings set to throttle or like the undervolt, So basically, it was like throttling my CPU. So it was like putting it to like the bare minimum to like run everything like on as low as power. It was like capping. It was just like capping my performance to super low.
And that's not good, I take it.
Yeah. So
Alright.
it was doing all this stuff, and it was the CPU was really going because it had to do
Whoa.
the encoding.
Like to see him
Yeah.
despawn like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, as things progress during each class trial, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What?
And I was just like, you.
That's
it's up
me.
to you.
Me, the viewer. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Well, use the left stick to aim and fire with the X button.
Yep.
Cool. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the plus button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun!
And all be honest, you shouldn't run out of time for any of these.
Okay.
They're not that complicated. Like this is just gonna show you the basics, so you only make one bullet, but you can make your own mention.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka
You
Maizono.
have 10 minutes to figure this out.
Okay.
Yeah, you know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
I don't remember if it
In the bathroom.
keeps track like total 10 minutes. I don't think it is.
So it seems most
It-
likely that
Parts of it might be, but
the
this thing
killer must
basically
have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
No.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Oh wait, X button. Something was off about what was just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened to my room. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. Oh, if you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in that person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. Okay, so I just want to press the right button. So when you see one come up, aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong.
You just have to have the cursor over the actual words.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Later on, there are like weak points in the weak point that you can aim for bonus points, but you just have to at least hit the words.
Okay.
You also get like the ability to like slow down the replay so everything goes super slow, like real time. But
okay, you can also use fast forward an argument by holding down the B button. Well then, good luck and have fun.
So like for this one, you know that
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
You can make him.
Yeah, because you see like you see the orange rectangles.
In the
Those are like
bathroom.
each segment.
So
So
it
you can,
seems
if you know
most
that
likely
it's in a
that
specific one, you can just
The
hold B
killer
to
must
speed
have
up until
taken her
that
by
one.
surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Bam!
No, that's wrong.
Counter!
Hello, Manga. Yes, it is the first from
Just
today.
a second,
You just said
Chihiro.
first trial after a bit of a
Try to
rocky
remember
start.
how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
But it's
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
No. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Gee, I wonder what.
Yeah, he has such a dick sometimes. Hey, that's like half his characterization.
Yep, I think it might be the kitchen knife set.
I put it to you that it was Colonel Mustard in the kitchen or in the bedroom with the knife.
I think that's
Some kind
right.
of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Jeez, these
Without
guys
a
are...
doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Well, what could it
So
be?
the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Clearly. It's so
No.
dramatic.
I do think it was a knife, but not
These
just any
camera
knife.
angles.
I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
The music's a bit loud and
kitchen
both the
knife?
voices and you.
What is it?
The music's a little loud. Oh, I forgot, the trial music is super loud. I forgot about that. Can we open up is the settings possible? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Oh, and we can save whenever, cool. So I would just say maybe turn it, yeah, maybe down one, and maybe like turn the voices up one. And yeah, that works too. I think the special effects are fine. Let me just back out.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
After the
I
murder,
wish I could
we
balance the
discovered
music
that
in
one of the
OBS,
knives
but I
from the
kinda
kitchen
can't.
was missing.
Yeah.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Only sort
If you
of.
look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen
I
knife.
totally see that being
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen
Well,
knife.
where
but
does
where
that get us?
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
But
That's one of my favorite voice lines that Leon has.
Makoto's
Where does
room
that
was
get
the scene
us?
of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
He wants to go.
yeah. Should I? Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oops.
Oh, whoa, what happened?
One of the joy times.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Go on out.
And now, we take, what did they call it? A recess? We take a recess for the dog.
I have made it clear
Court is back in session.
to the people who have just
But we need
arrived.
Monami for that.
Yep. See, that's the drawback.
Joke's on you, Magna. I am Monami. I've
Okay.
been hiding it all this time.
Bah.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting up for us to find it. Because I know damn well that I'm not the killer. He said a naughty word. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Por favor. You can concentrate by holding down the R button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you pay closer. So you can pay closer attention to what everyone is saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. Is it like stamina? Does it regenerate?
Yeah, it'll be a little bar. Yeah.
Alright, the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. Focusing too hard. Ugh. My god, he really is stupid.
It really is just like if you see it, you can just hold R to make sure you can hit it in time.
Right. Well then, good luck and have fun.
They might also start introducing. Are we on to different bullets now? No, we're still on one. We might have different weak points though.
Alright.
So I guess there's no question
Oh,
that the
right,
kitchen
yeah,
knife was the murder weapon.
Yeah, so the stars are your
But
focus
where does
gauge,
that get us?
I believe. And your hearts
Makoto
are
must
how
have
many
taken it
like
from
fails
the
you can
kitchen,
have
right?
before you
Oh,
can
wow.
It's,
Oh,
I
wow,
think
it's-
Did it in
Yeah.
secret.
Is there
Oh,
yeah. So like you can fire
No,
while you
it's wrong.
approach them. And then but luckily, the first one right away.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead
Once.
and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness?
A witness?
What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. Huh.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in
It
the
was a
dining
ghost.
hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
Huh.
You don't think
Alibi.
so?
Oh,
No,
okay,
he
yeah.
definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
But if they get it wrong, then
Idiot swimmer girl! Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Huh.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
That's terrible.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But
Is it though,
what
or is
if
it
they
competitive?
did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
I feel like
Which
Mondo
means
loses some of
we
his
had
edge in his voice
airtight
during the fast
alibis.
trials sometimes.
You
And it just doesn't
stayed
seem as,
over?
yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm
Doesn't
just
that
used to like
violate
real
one of the
deep
school
Keith Silverstein,
regulations?
but
Sleepover.
We're
What?
not allowed to sleep
I don't know, I
anywhere
just
but
feel
the
like
dorms,
my
but it doesn't say we
the
have
voice
to
from
stay
Mondo
in
that I
our
imagine.
assigned
I imagine
room.
good old deep voice Keith Silverstein, and he doesn't always sound like that.
Man, what if they all just slept in one room? That would solve the problem.
Boom.
Like, no one would ever get murdered.
Right? Or
So,
one person would just murder
I
everybody.
don't think that's a problem.
That would suck.
It is a problem. A boy
no.
and a girl spending the night
Oh no,
together?
Taka, instant win,
It's
yeah.
unwholesome.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm
He's
so
standing
sorry.
between the two dead bitches, yeah.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Oh, she's got one of those
Actually,
cool...
there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Claw things?
Yeah, those are cool.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Never got way to
One
see
other
his thoughts
person
as a
did
guy.
come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Aside from the fact that she's got a gravelier voice and she's like
Ripped.
super buff.
Well,
She's
because
wearing a girl's uniform, so
they're
like
not here anymore.
Oh, oops.
probably for like comedy effect, honestly.
Yeah.
Comedic effect.
Comedic effect.
comedy.
Sayaka.
Oh, someone's not here. What are you talking about?
She's the one who
Shoot,
came
I
to the
missed
dining
that.
hall. And then later, she wound
Oh,
up
yeah,
dead.
I was saying that she didn't want to out Sayaka as coming to the dining hall because she's dead, but...
Dang.
Sayaka?
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
Sounds like suicide. You're right,
It
Megan.
very well could have.
Maybe she was just like, you know what? Maybe I'll just make this as confusing as possible. I'll slash up Makoto's room, and then I'll go into the bathroom, and I'll go...
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
We'll have Heather's, but in Danganronpa.
Yeah.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on
It was an
she
Eek-Lug knife.
was acting kind of unusual.
You get
Huh?
it?
What?
I said it was an Eek-Lug knife.
I don't get it.
In Heather's, he has the Eek-Lug bullets that they used to shoot.
I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't.
Oh.
I really want to. I've heard some of the songs in Heather's. Gotta find like a...
When she came into the dining
version.
hall, she didn't even
I
look
think they
at
talk
us.
about it in
She just went straight
Our
to the
Love is
kitchen.
God, I think.
Hmm?
I think they mention it in Our Love is God.
Ah.
But... yeah,
As she
that might be hard to
left,
catch in
she
this
said
song.
she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely,
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Ah.
What?
Dun dun dun.
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's
You don't
how
like
you
that token
twist
strike?
the argument and send us all off in the
I like
wrong
the shaking
direction?
faces.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn! If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Maybe you shouldn't
Hold
be
on.
such a milquetoast,
It's still
Makoto.
too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
I never considered that it could have been suicide. That is an interesting point.
Or what if it is us? What if we're about to win the game right here, right now? What if I lied and I said
Because
it
you
was like a
see,
30-hour
if the
game and
room
it's
did
actually like
belong
a
to the
2-hour
killer,
game and we're gonna end the
then
game?
they did
Dang.
something
Yeah, what if
most
are there
bewildering.
multiple endings? Is there like a quick ending? Like in Far Cry?
Never know.
Well, the fourth one, at least, I think, has that.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about,
Sayaka's
don't
life?
you?
Dang, maybe.
Oh, gross.
First Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more?
Easily the worst minigame they've ever had in history of Danganronpa.
As
I'll be
things
honest.
advance, yeah, and as things advance further into the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident. Oh, like Hangman, okay.
Yeah.
You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. So it's Hangman, but you pick a flying letter.
Especially because they have to change it in each game. Definitely didn't get it right. It is so bad, Magna. It is so. You'll know like when
Okay.
they play it, and then when we play the second
the
and
phrase.
third game, you'll realize how awful this is.
In the right order.
Yes.
Use the left stick and press the A button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you suffer damage and your influence gauge. I like to think that it's just Makoto shouting out words and
You'll see,
Kyoko's like,
it's literally just
no,
him,
wrong
it's-
word. Let's play Hangman real quick during this class trial.
It's literally just him going like, brain blast.
Oh
And
yeah,
he-
he's playing an internal game of Hangman. Like,
Yeah, it's literally just him being like neuron activation.
Well, good luck and have fun.
We most certainly won't, but thank you, game.
Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. This must be the crucial point. We can just figure out what that something. If we could just figure out what that something is. Oh boy, let's go.
It's like that scene of Sherlock.
Hangman's Gambit. It is an internal game of Hangman. Oh my god.
Yeah, so basically, oh yeah, we're on easy mode, so like it'll
Eh.
fill in. We're on normal mode, I guess. So whatever you think the second letter of the word is, you have to press it, whichever one you think it is. It's R, A, or I.
Let's try R. Oh.
Well, yeah. No.
Try R.
Just wait for R. Oh, there's an O in there too.
Not sure why are they different colors? Does that mean anything?
No.
Or it's just
Is it?
pretty?
Yeah. It's.
I have 5 minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
Or 6 minutes.
Ba-dum.
That wasn't right. Okay.
No. Well, it spells a word. You're looking for the second letter.
Yeah.
H something. H something. I something.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. So yeah.
Oh.
So what do you think it is?
Hair. Oh, hair.
Yeah.
Duh.
And you'll it's a game.
Now I understand.
Now I see, or now I understand.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, that was
There wasn't a
missing.
single hair on the floor.
Oh. That's also one of my favorite voice lines in all of Danganronpa. Is Makoto's going, now I understand. So funny.
It's all so clear.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Oh right, the trash room.
Yes. And if I were the culprit,
He's not wearing a white button down.
Who?
Makoto.
why
he's
would
not.
I need to get rid of
Well,
all
he
the
could be.
hair in my
I mean,
own room?
you never know.
Oh yeah, that's a
He-
good point.
He's wearing his little hoodie jacket thing.
Sorry, what?
He's wearing like his hoodie underneath his
Yeah.
suit uniform thing.
Yeah, it's like surprisingly formal and casual. Like he knows how to dress
It
for
wouldn't
being
be unusual at
super
all to
average.
find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my
Did we
room.
ever determine if he was wearing khakis or not too?
It's hard to tell.
The reason
I think
all
these
the
are
hair
just
was
dark
gone
pants. I have
was
some
to
dark
remove
that are
any
kind of like
trace
that. They're like the khaki
Sayaka
material
had
that look
ever
black.
been there.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway.
That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Well, what
The
if
killer
Makoto's
got rid
just
of it
like,
all, of
we-
course, to remove
Yeah,
any
he
trace
doesn't
that
judge.
they had ever been there.
Well, I guess he
Then
isn't.
that means...
He does lose some of his gruff.
Yeah.
You're right.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Yay!
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
I would love the idea that after Kyoko lays out all these reasonings, Makoto's like, actually, I did do all of this, Kyoko.
But then he wouldn't... That wouldn't work.
Do you
Why not?
remember anything
'Cause then
remarkable about the bathroom
Everyone would
at the
know he
scene?
did it.
Or would they?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yes!
Oh, and you can see you lost a heart.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I just realized this too. I need to, hold on a second, I need to resize the capture.
Okay.
We're filled with the inescapable void behind us.
Ah! The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves that it is... Object the killer broke. Oh, okay. That's cool.
You get health back for choosing the right things, and you lose
The door frame and the doorknob. Okay. Present key item.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Is the ultimate mastermind.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first. But is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Please. From here on out, the number
disconnected the stream and it's trying. Yep, and now we're back. Okay.
Oh, huzzah.
Thank you, OBS. Thank you for not splitting this into a third mod.
That would be unfortunate.
But anyway, I think the only thing we missed was, hey, there are now more weak points.
Yay.
Yes, we're back.
What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and you will not only fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage.
You're right, Magnum. We
Now-
can see Makoto's pants.
Mm-hmm.
We can see Makoto's pants if we wait. Oh, now we can. Once
Oh.
he comes back around, we'll be able to see
Oh,
him.
he's got red Converse too, dang.
Wow, he really is accurate.
Alright, it's important.
Look at him.
Influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. Oh, I just noticed his boots.
Yeah. Taka?
Taka.
Yeah. Have you seen Hifumi's legs?
They're very... Oh, ew, I don't like his body shape at all. You'll have to rely on your own logic and determine which weak spots are actual lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun.
You don't
Okay.
like that he looks like a pear?
Alright, I can do this, I can do this. Make your argument. Bathroom door frame. Okay, what about it?
One
The
of these
incident
things
took
will
place in
relate to that.
Makoto's room.
Incident took place in Makoto's room.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yep, that makes sense.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Then the killer ran after her.
Yep.
And they got into the bathroom.
Oh, you can see the thing on. That's cool.
Yeah. So you can
At
see how
that
far
point,
along.
the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Well...
Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally,
Oh, are you kidding
the
me?
culprit had Sayaka
Yep.
cornered.
So if you want, you can just hold down the B button to speed up and just
finish
skip
the
through it. You
job,
think that's it?
Start her with the kitchen.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? We already
Yeah,
know
there's
the
nothing
answer.
after that anyway. So you can.
The
That was
incident
what?
took place in
It was something
Makoto's
like
room.
the
Sayaka was first
7
attacked
block.
in the
She
she
then
then
fled
fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her.
And they got into the bathroom.
It is funny, isn't it?
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door because Sayaka had locked it.
There we go.
No,
That's wrong. That's wrong.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
Well, it was probably lucky that this happened, or else he probably would have been accused.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys'
I wonder
bathrooms.
why.
The killer could easily make that mistake. thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime they didn't know was the crime took place in my room. Right, because they thought it was Sayaka's room, but it was actually my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Yeah, he said the word.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do.
Yes.
Since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Alright, well that's... I'm gonna go see what door he's at.
And we're back.
Oh, we're back. Okay.
But we'll let this sit for just a little bit. So... that was fast.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just about to get into a whole, like...
What's wrong? Did I disappear?
No. A whole, like... what should we talk about in the downtime? But then you came back. And now we can continue on with the game.
Alright.
That is a definite possibility.
Byakuya Togami.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Couldn't have done it. Thank you, Toko.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
You could just do what they do in Among Us and just abstain from voting. No one dies.
Right.
And the killer is still there, and hopefully they'll try again and mess up, and that's when we get him. It's like, I saw him in the engine room.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact,
Yeah,
I
he
do
says
have one
it's
question.
not the killer.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Jeez.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Too convenient. You don't say?
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono
obviously.
just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
He's pointing directly at Makoto, as you can see. Because she asked me to do something in particular, because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka could let someone in because... Always account. Because we... Makoto, when the victim was discovered, Makoto's room was... No. Nameplates on doors of Sayaka's room were apparently switched at some point. No way Sayaka let someone in because we discussed it. The death took place in there. There's a stabbing. No. So it's either switching rooms or... Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to press...
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember?
That one talks about how...
That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Because Sayaka heard someone pounding on her door, and so they agreed to...
Oh, and like, don't open it for anyone, yo.
Yeah.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. That's you.
I finally get to voice her again.
Yay.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? I'm gonna bring you for murder, Makoto.
I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Ooh.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Secret bullets contain multiple not that intuitive...
I know you don't want to consider it.
Yeah.
But look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
You see me have room my... What? When was this made?
I'm sure Kyoko will tell us.
There's something off. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplate and make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? Sayaka.
I found a notepad during my search.
Okay.
And I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Weird.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means, only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
Well, it said Sayaka at the bottom.
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then, that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
Oh, wait, this is probably nothing for this idea.
What do you... Oh.
I'm just moving this so you can also see chat. Maybe.
I could see chat from over there. I just look over.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it is pretty far, but you can just kind of squint. Oh. Sometimes, what's it say? Sometimes the truth bullets contain multiple
Not that intuitive.
Oh, not that intuitive. Okay.
Yeah, just like they're not always that helpful, or sometimes they condense a lot of information into one
that
thing.
from the ultimate pop sensation.
Okay. Like how the switching rooms also included the whole like conversation about where did I go? Sayaka being like, oh, Makoto, can we switch rooms? And Makoto being like, don't let anyone else in.
Okay.
Hey, I
Of
thought you
course,
were... Okay.
I'm only into 2D, so it
You
wouldn't
said it
have
again.
any effect
I was
on
like,
me.
hey, Hifumi, I thought you were only into 2D.
Yeah, gee, what a noble guy this is.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Okay. The dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto
I think we actually are on
rooms,
easy
correct?
logic mode.
Yeah.
But in the
Or
note,
maybe
the
they
place
just
they
changed
were
it
asked
compared
to
to the
come
other
to,
game.
it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yes.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
In the first game, there's less truth
Oh,
doing the same.
That was probably it. Dang it. Killer went into my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is it has to be because of what got switched between mine and Sayaka's rooms. Okay.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says,
I see. So if someone read that, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that
No, that's wrong.
I heard what you were doing with the voices. That was pretty
The
funny.
plates on mine and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Got switched. Room switching sounds like the name of a manga. Did you hear it sounded a bit robotic there? How ironic. Or how fitting, the ultimate programmer sounding robotic.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Dun dun dun.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
I wonder, was it Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Why would it be Makoto?
I don't know.
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. Weird. So... It wasn't... Wait, the only person...
Yeah, the only other person besides Makoto who knew that Makoto and Sayaka switched. Or they swapped rooms. So who else knew that they swapped?
Well, it must have been Sayaka then.
Got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
feel like we're not addressing why we switched rooms in the first place. I mean, someone was trying to break in earlier. At least that's what Sayaka said.
Yeah. What happened then was...
Which would have been during the daytime.
But I guess... Well, Makoto hasn't brought that up yet, for whatever reason.
Attacked her!
Because nobody else
We
was
figured it out!
him and Sayaka
We know who
about
did
that,
it!
presumably.
Whoever she invited over is
The
the
only people
culprit!
who know about the pounding on the door earlier are him, Sayaka, and whoever was doing it.
Right.
But Sayaka's dead, and Makoto hasn't brought it up yet, so the only person who could bring it up would be the person trying to get her, so...
Alright.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn
Or,
idiot!
Suspense.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
Yes.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial
Oh yeah, the
struggle.
golden stuff.
Yes, I think you're right.
She's wearing gloves.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during
They
the
used
fight?
the Muso no Hitotachi.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword. Wait, what? Really? When you look at a wrist, there's no doubt. Oh, yeah, it's got gold stuff.
Yeah, and there's a big bruise.
I got it!
I thought
All
that
you
was
have
like
to do
pus
is
or
take a
something.
good
I was
look
like,
at a
"Ew,
broken
it's pretty
wrist,
graphic.
and it should become pretty clear.
I can see that.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen.
I forgot
There's
the glittery
something glittery
stuff.
there. See?
Glittery.
Is that gold?
She always did like painting her nails.
Mm-hmm.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, you'll start loading multiple truth bullets in your truth cylinder. But just like with weak spots, only one of these bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage on your influence gauge. You can press the L button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the L button to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the L button and use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For the purpose of this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean.
Yeah, so they're gonna override the logic difficulty just for the sake of showing us how it works.
Okay. Well then, good luck and have fun.
All that means is we'll probably get like 5 instead of 3 or something like that.
Cool.
Oh, we're just gonna get 3.
Okay.
I guess you would only get 2 normally on normal.
When the fighting broke out,
So, one of these is correct.
the culprit grabbed the
And
sword.
you have to choose which one is the right one.
And that's when the first blow
And
was
which
dealt.
statement is the wrong one.
A sword-based sneak attack.
Also, why is there no...
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back.
So I would
She
say...
grabbed the kitchen knife
Oh, wait.
she had hidden away.
No. Okay. No. I need to think there must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Okay,
When the
so I thought
fighting
she used it
broke
for
out.
defense.
Well,
The culprit grabbed
you
the
can also
sword.
check what each truth
And that's when the
is.
first
That might
blow
be
was
helpful,
dealt.
too.
A sword-based sneak attack.
That's what
think
broke
that's-
Miss Mizono's wrist.
No.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
I would say
That's
maybe
exactly
look at what
what
the truth bullets are to see what information they actually have.
What?
I would
I didn't hear
say
you.
look at what the truth bullets say about like what the actual information is.
Okay.
Because there is a lot of stuff compacted into like one little.
Right. Okay.
When the
so-
fighting broke out,
Kitchen knife set, replica
No,
sword.
like if you go into
culprit
if you have
grabbed the
Y,
sword.
I think
and that's when the
you
first
can look
blow
at
was dealt.
what the truth bullets say. You can see like what the replica
Okay,
sword,
so-
like what the information is inside.
The sword handle is missing gold coating as part of the blade. So,
Yep, and it was fine.
yeah, because there's no gold on Sayaka's hand, so the killer had to have tried to use that initially.
And then
The sword sheath, that's right, there's scratches on it, so Sayaka probably used it for self-defense, like to defend from the attacks.
Yep, and then the last one I think.
And
was
then-
that, which
What
is
was
just,
it?
I
It was the
think
kitchen, the knife set.
Yeah, just saying that one of them is missing.
Okay.
So I would say, look at. I think we have two ones.
Sword-based
we have
sneak
sword-based
attack.
sneak attack, and we have.
I think it's
That's
the
what broke
sword-based
Miss
sneak
Mizono's
attack.
wrist.
The other one we have is.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the
The hidden
kitchen
knife.
knife she had hidden away.
So you want to see which one of those is wrong?
But
I
then
think
the
you
culprit
you
took
think it's
that
the
from
first
her
one.
too.
So,
Yeah.
which one of the truth
That's
bullets do you
exactly
think
what
proves
happened.
that it wasn't a sneak attack?
Sorry, what?
Which one of the truth bullets do you think proves that the sword wasn't used for a sneak attack? If you think that that's what's wrong, and you
Sneak attack. Well, there. It clearly wasn't a sneak attack because the sheath had dents on it. A certain part of the sword got damaged. Okay, so that's
When the
referring to the
fighting
sheath.
broke out,
The fighting broke out.
the culprit grabbed the sword.
Also, at the end,
That's when the
Makoto will
first
do
blow
one
was
more
dealt.
hint, longer repeat, but
The sword-based
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
yeah, some of them are kind of weirded word, but like badly or strangely because of how much stuff is condensed inside
Actually, no. I
Yeah.
don't think the
Yeah.
fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had
But,
been
but
scratched.
Makoto, it would have been really cool if like Sayaka grabbed the sword sheath and
See?
she like did the thing